Hi, and thank you for watching. This time I'm showing you a story of a very short and young life of a buffalo calf. This happened in the Ngorongoro crater. The Ngorongoro crater is one of the biggest calderas in the world. And so a caldera is basically a volcano that has collapsed. So this is a crater of a former volcano that would be as big as the Kilimanjaro. Anyway, you can see here we're getting into the crater. And one of the first things that we saw was a mama buffalo with her calf and what appeared to be a very, very young born. And they were waiting, and a short distance away, probably a mile or something, so something that we could still see from the car we were in, was a very big buffalo herd. So we assumed that maybe this morning this buffalo has given birth to this little calf. And very close by was this little hyena waiting and just kind of looking what was going on. And so very quickly it became clear that the hyena probably wanted to eat the calf, and the mom was protecting the calf. Now, sometimes what happens with buffaloes is that the calves cannot get up or don't get up in time. And because it is very dangerous for the buffaloes to be on their own, they want to get back to the herd. If you think about if there were lions around, these buffaloes would be dead right away. So you can see here the mom wants to go back to the herd. And so now the hyena is basically trying to see if it can eat the calf.
Can you do it? Film it.
And you can see here the mom, of course, is protecting her little baby. But at the same time, she really wants to go back to the herd. Another thing that you can see on the belly of the buffalo is that she must have some sort of sickness or cancer or something like that. And here you really see the intelligence of the hyena. The hyena was kind of just mocking and going back and forth and try and figure out what was going on. But the mom would always, of course, protect the baby. However, the hyena would just be extremely patient and just wait and wait and wait. Yeah, and so now you can really see how smart the little hyena is. It just walks away, does like a big circle, and acts like it doesn't care anymore and is going to leave. But of course, that's not really what's happening. You can see here the hyena is always looking back and just checking out what happens. It probably wants or understands that the buffalo wants to leave and is just trying to kill time, staying close enough so that it can come back. Then it gets a little impatient, comes back, but the mom still defends the baby. And so now what happened is the hyena just laid down and waited. Just didn't do anything and just waited. And from the beginning when we got here to this point now was about half an hour that has passed. And so now the cows just can't wait anymore and mom starts to leave. And she goes back to the herd. And what was really interesting is the hyena didn't immediately go up. It could now go and eat the calf, but it is way too smart. And it just waits for mom to leave. And so that was really impressive for me, because we do understand that like impulsiveness is what separates the intelligent species from the not so intelligent species. And the fact that the hyena is just now really waiting for a long time instead of going after the kill and eating that little buffalo just shows that it is very smart and can anticipate what the buffalo is thinking. So it waits for the buffalo to be really out of sight, and only then does it get up and then eats the buffalo. And if you don't like violence, please turn off this video, because the next couple of minutes are going to be really rough. Yeah, now about a couple of minutes have passed and the buffalo mom is completely out of sight. And now what the hyena does, it pulls the calf to a different spot. You can see on the right side there was a little bit of a mole or something like that. And the hyena now pulls the buffalo calf over there so it can hide it a little bit better. It is worried about
Now it
other
gets up
hyenas
stupid,
as well as other predators to see it, and wants to kind of kill it and eat it really quickly. And notice also the tail of the hyena. It isn't like 100% happy right now. And it's watching out, and now that it has the calf here in this little mole, it starts eating it from its belly. And the little calf, of course, is in lots of pain. Yeah, and here you can very clearly see how the hyena just kind of starts to open up the belly of the little calf, and the tail is looking already a little bit better, but it is still worried about other predators. This seems to be a female, if I see this correctly here.
So the hyena doesn't kill it, huh? Like a lion would first kill it and then eat it, right? It just eats it.
So one thing that was also interesting about this whole experience is there were hyenas scattered across the entire caldera everywhere, and they were not in groups or clans like we normally see them. So we both see hyenas often on their own, and as well in clans, and here this time this one little hyena was completely on its own, and we couldn't see any other hyenas close by basically. And you can clearly see the change of the body language of the hyena is a lot more happy now, and just starts eating this little buffalo calf.
Yummy.
Yeah, and then we see other predators coming by. So here there's a little jackal. That one's in on the action. So jackals usually come when there's any sort of kill and try to get leftovers.
I think the baby.
Yeah, and you can see the belly is now open, and the hyena is eating the intestines of the calf, and we of course think that the calf is dead. And the little jackal really wants some action, but it is scared of the hyena. And what is often very amazing to me is these animals, how long they survive when they're like half their body is eaten already. And you would think that this calf is dead, but in a little while you will see that the calf is actually moving. You see the calf is breathing, you can see its belly move it. To me that was incredibly mean, and but also amazing. I much rather would be killed by a lion than by a hyena, because it seems that the hyenas just eat their prey alive, versus lions actually kill their prey. Yeah, and here you see the calf move, and to me that was just incredible. I can't imagine the pain this little thing is going through.
It's still alive. It's moving.
And now you see there's jackals here. Other jackals are coming. And the jackal that was there first is now kind of hissing and making noise and kind of chasing them away. And the hyena is also chasing that new, more feisty jackal away.
The common jackal says whatever's left after the hyena belongs to me.
And now we see a little bit of a jackal chase here going on. Yeah, so this was maybe not the prettiest experience that we could have, but it was very interesting. To me, what was really amazing was the hyena was able to not be impulsive when the buffalo went away. It was able to wait almost 10 minutes until the buffalo was out of sight, the mom was out of sight to protect the baby, and only then would it get that buffalo. That shows just intelligence, because it shows that the hyena can basically imagine what the buffalo might be thinking or how it might act, and so that almost shows emotional intelligence. Yeah, that was this experience. Thank you guys for watching, and please upvote if you liked this video, and leave me some comments as well.